Hi guys, welcome back to Guitars in the Attic, Martin Meets Guitars. This is my guitar, which actually is up for sale because I've got to that age in my career that I no longer tour or do anything, and I've got rid of a lot of guitars that have been sat underneath my bed for the last sort of 5 years, not doing anything and gathering dust. I kind of believe that guitars should be played, they've got a soul, they don't deserve to be sat underneath a bed. I just want to let you see it and let you understand how special it is. So anyway, it is a 2006 or 7, I guess, Les Paul Custom. And the reason I came across this guitar was I was working with MIKA at the time, and we had just flown in from America to do the EMA Awards in Munich at the time. I think it was 2007. We were doing the EMA Music Awards, and we flew in, all our gear came on, was getting set up, and my guitar tech come up to me and goes, "Got some really bad news for you, Martin." And I says, "What's up?" Says Paul, he says, "Well, I'm afraid your Les Paul's got a broken headstock." And I says, "You're kidding? We're just about to go on stage." And I'm not joking, we were just about to go on for a sound check. I says, "What are we going to do?" And the both of us at that minute, it was like proper Wayne's World. We turned around and went, "Ta-da!" And at the side, backstage, was the Gibson rep and all these Gibson range of guitars. He basically had a massive stand of 3-tiered with Gibson Les Pauls, Gibson Explorers, acoustics, everything on it. Because obviously there were loads of bands there that were really famous, and Foo Fighters were presenting it. And we just went, "There's our problem sorted, let's go and have a chat." So we went over to this guy and we basically said, look, introduced ourselves, says, "I'm a guitarist with MIKA, got a bit of a problem," showed him my broken headstock. We're literally about to walk on stage and do a sound check. And he basically said to us, "What do you have?" And I said, "I have a Gibson Custom," showed him. And he said, "This is the guitar you want to use." And it was brand spanking new at the time. And he passed it to me. And I kid you not, I've done this with every guitar tech I've had, and everybody that's ever picked this guitar up, the minute they pick it up, they go, "Whoa, it weighs a ton. It's so heavy." Anyway, I plugged it in. I'm getting a bit sidetracked there because I get a bit excited because obviously it's my guitar and that. But I plugged it in on the gig for the sound check, and everybody just turned round at me and went, "My word, that's massive!" And I'd been playing Pauls on the gig. The song we were playing was Grace Kelly. And the Grace Kelly part's really quite simple. Take the reverb off. It was dead simple. The chorus kicks in and it's basically... That's it. But exactly. I had to do, get this, I've not got any sing, but I had to do BVs on that gig. But when the engineers and the front of house and the rest of the band heard me kick in with this thing, and because we've been touring heavy anyway, so everybody knows every sort of nuance of what's happening within every bit of sound, everything that's happening within the songs. When something different pops out at you, you go, "Wow, what was that?" And it was this guitar. I kicked it in and they all just went, the bottoms just fell out of my... So there's been more bottom just come in my mix. I can't hear anything but his guitar. Oh, it was huge, man. So anyway, I'll play a wee bit of this guitar and you can get a bit of a flavour of what it's been like. And all the bell-like tones are still there, but there's a grunt and a low-end register that's just so thick. That's so... still rings, it's bell-like, but that thump from the bottom end, I just... It still has that low end. Hear it, it's just the low end of it, but it's not a mushy low end, it's just thick. And hear how the top end doesn't have that squawk that sometimes Pauls will get, it's just again thick. I couldn't believe it when I plugged it in. And then you go. But oh, I mean, I put it out of tune a wee bit, but it's such a thick Paul. It's just huge. Anybody out there has got a Paul similar to this, give us a shout, bring it in, we'll put it in the channel. That's another thing. If you've got a guitar out there that you know what guitars are like for me, they inspire me. If you've got a guitar out there that you're inspired by, you think, oh, I'd love to hear Martin play it, give us a shout, bring it in, I'll play it, we'll do a wee bit of review on it, and I'll get the pleasure of playing some more amazing guitars. But yeah, but this, like I say, I've knocked the living daylights out this out of tune, I'm sorry.
For anyone that is interested, they might want to see the back of it.
Oh yeah, another story. The MIKA gig was so much fun. I loved it, it was so much fun. But we had to wear some really interesting costumes and outfits. Might put some pictures below on that as well. I got this guitar now. I know you're looking at the front, you see a little bit of wear there, obviously where the pick guard was on, I took it off. But something else that happened, I always had to wear like these interesting shirts, and one of them was like a pink shirt. Mika's mother, bless, she would do all of the wardrobe work. She made all the costumes. She was an amazingly talented woman. And she did all the costumes and stuff. And I had a shirt that for some reason when my sweat oxidised, and I don't know why it did, but something like 6 gigs in, I started to notice all the paint. Look at that. All the paint was softening. And if you zoom in this, you can see where it's gone pink here. So it's pink there. And basically all the paint, I mean, this is solid here. There's a bit of pink there, it's solid. But where my sweat was hitting it, and that, I kid you not, that was in about 2 years of playing. That's how solid the touring was on this guitar. It's great everywhere else. There's nothing wrong with the guitar. It's just that there. But that is proper road worn. You know what I mean? You can forget your Relican and all that garbage. This is the real deal. And it just peeled off. It went dead soft. And then when I stopped wearing this particular shirt, didn't happen anymore. We couldn't fathom it out. Another story about this is one gig where MIKA was pulling me all over the place and I had a quick guitar change. And I was going, MIKA, bugger off, I got a quick guitar change. He'd pull me onto this other part of the stage and Peter, my guitar tech, was there ready to give me this other guitar. Well, anyway, I took it off too quick and I didn't realise, and I caught the edge of the guitar on my nose here. I've got a great big scar up here now, so it might be there or there. And I battered it. And my face just went blood everywhere. Peter's just there laughing at me. He goes, sorry mate, you're going to have to crack on and keep playing. So I did. Blood rushing down everywhere and I'm battering out this song. Gets through the song, gets a plaster on and cracks on. Those were the days. They were fun times. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. This is my guitar. Come and give it a try. You're more than welcome. It actually is up for sale. If it's ever sold, brilliant. I hope it goes to someone who will cherish it like I did. To be fair, all the videos we've done, guitars have moved on, which is part of the process, and we really appreciate that support that you guys have given us. But it gives a platform for me to play and enjoy music still, which I really love, and I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart as well. If this does go due to the process of what we're doing, please love and cherish it, because it's got a lot of amazing memories, this guitar. And yeah, lots of love, God bless, all the best, see ya.